Okay, hello and good morning, my dear students. Hope you are all fine and doing great. So welcome to our today's lesson. Today we are gonna learn about simple future tense, and our overview for today's lesson is to learn how to form simple future tense and also when to use simple future tense. So basically, for future tense we are using 4 structures, but today we are only going to learn about 2 of them, which is will and also to be plus going to. Okay, there is a difference between this structure and this structure. When to use well, this the first structure. We use the first structures when we want to talk about those actions or those activities or those works that we haven't decided to do it. But the second one, we are using this structure for those actions that we have planned before, and in this case you have to use a time indicator as well. So now let's write some examples. For example, the first one is subject plus will plus verb plus complement. Okay, for example, she will take a bus. See in here, as you can see in the example, this is subject, this is will, this is verb, and this is complement. Okay, now let's come to the negations. How you use simple future tense for negative sentences. Okay, you have subject, will, plus not, plus verb, plus complement. For example, we are changing this structure into negative. She will not take a bus. See, these 2 examples shows that this person decided at the moment of speaking what she will do in the future. From this, well, we know this. Okay, now let's come to the second structure, which is subject plus to be plus going to plus verb plus complement. As I said before, we use this structure for those actions that we have planned before, and we also have to use what? A time indicator. For example, she is going to go to Kabul. See, in here it means that she has decided, for example, maybe we can say next week, time indicator. She has decided to go to Kabul next. She has made all the arrangements to go to Kabul. Now let's change this into negative sentence. She is, by bringing not next to be, we can change it to negative. She is not going to go to Kabul. So, as you can see, she is not going to go Kabul. By only bringing not, we can change these sentences into negative. Okay, now that you have learned about the affirmative sentences and also negative sentences in both structures, let's talk about the questions, how to ask question in simple future tense. So the structure is like this: will plus subject plus verb plus complement. For example, will you come to my party? And a question mark, of course, at the end of the sentences because it's a question. So this sentence shows that I have decided to ask these questions at the moment of speaking. I have not planned this to ask the same questions from my friend. Okay, now let's come to write the question for the second structure. So as you can see, the structure to be plus subject plus going to plus verb plus complement. For example, is she going to call you? Is she going to call you? If you answer this, yes she is, no she is not in here. Yes I will, for example, or no I will not. So if we sum up the lesson, today we learned about simple future tense, and we said we have basically 4 structures, but we only studied 2 structures, which is will and be going to. And the main difference, please keep this in mind, the main difference between this structure and this structure is that we use will for those actions to talk about those activities that we are going to do in the future that we haven't planned it yet. And to be plus going to shows those actions that we have planned it and we have made all the arrangements. So that's why we are using this structure. So let me just give you the homework as well. So you have got a homework. Please be sure to do it. Okay, the first one. This is your homework. What you have to do is write your name, date, and also your class at the top of the paper. And the first one is few sentences. You have to read this, and also you have to answer these questions about this reading. The second one is that it says that fill it in. What do you think? Write well or won't in the sentences to make predictions. So what you have to do is you have to use well or well not. Okay, well and well not. See, one more thing. Please remember this, that full form is well, not in negative, but won't is the contraction form. Basically, we mostly use this in speaking. So what you have to do is in this part you have to write well or well not. And in here, you have to write your own sentences. In here as well, write your own sentences. And also, if you are good at drawing, you can draw something as well. So that was all for today. Hope you learned something. And thank you. Goodbye.